Hi, today I'll be teaching you how to simplify expressions. So remember, like terms combine and unlike terms don't combine. Let's start with an example. 5x plus 6x. What will that give us? Now, right away, most people will probably see that since there's an x in each one, we can just add them. So 5x plus 6x is equal to 11x. And that makes sense because there's an x in each term, and so we can add it. Okay, now let's look at this example that's a bit more difficult. X squared plus x. What would that give us? It can either give us 2x squared, because we'll add the x's and there's one x of each, or it will give us x squared plus x, which means that it won't change. And we can actually test this by plugging in a number. So let's plug in 5. So 5 squared plus 5 is equal to 5 squared. So 5 squared is 25, plus 5 is equal to 2 times 25. So 30 is equal to 50. And of course it's not, right? So that's wrong, which means that it can't be equal to 2x squared. This gets crossed out, and this one is the correct one. Okay, so now that we know that, we can do some more difficult problems. So let's take a look at this example. 5x squared plus 15x squared minus 6. What will this give us? It's very similar to the first example. So since we have x squared in two terms, we can add those. So 5x squared plus 15x squared will give us 20x squared. And the minus 6, since there's no other numbers in the expression with which that it can combine, it just stays as is. So that's going to be minus 6. Okay, so that makes sense. Now let's look at another more difficult example. 3x squared minus y squared plus y plus 4x squared. What is that equal to? Now, a tip that I like to give whenever doing these problems is that you look at each common term in the expression and you underline it. So for example, in the very first one, we have 3x squared, right? So we can underline the x squared. And the very last term in this expression is 4x squared. There's an x squared again, so we can underline that with the same color. We can do the same thing for the y squared. There's only one y squared, so we'll underline that with blue. And then for the y, there's only one y, so we can do that with green. Okay, so now that we've color-coded, we can make solving so much easier. So the 3x squared plus 4x squared will give us 7x squared. Since there's only one y squared, it's just going to stay as minus y squared. It's not combining with anything. And likewise, since there's only one y, it's just going to stay as y, so plus y. So that's the correct answer. We can once again see that this is correct by plugging in a value. So let's say that x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3. So 3 times 2 squared minus 3 squared plus 3 plus 4 2 squared is equal to 7. 2 squared minus 3 squared plus 3. Okay, so just tidying up a bit more, we will get 2 squared is 4, so 4 times 3 is 12, minus 3 squared, so minus 9, plus 3 plus 4 times 4 is equal to 7 times 4, minus 9 plus 3. Tidying it up again, 12 minus 9 is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 16 is 22, which is equal to 28 minus 9 plus 3. So 22 is equal to 28 minus 9, which is 19 plus 3. And 22 is equal to 22. So since it's equal on both sides, we know that we got the right answer. So remember, like terms combine, unlike terms don't combine.